You just won't.
What is it?
It's a filing system for my toys.
Why are we whispering?
Because it's the most amazing color-coded alphabetized filing system in the whole world. I want it to be a surprise.
I'm bringing a tree.
A tree? A whole tree with branches and bark and leaves?
That's right. You'll see. A tree is okay, but no one's gonna top what I got.
It's a volcano. You mean a picture of a volcano?
No, I mean a real volcano. And it works. It'll be the best thing at show and tell. Well, until it's my turn. What are you bringing, Ingrid? Sorry, you'll have to wait and see. Okay. I was thinking of telling everyone about my puppy, Clifford. Why? Does he do tricks? Like backflips? Can he jump through hoops? No, nothing like that. I just want to show how I took care of Clifford when he first came to live with me. Oh, that's nice. But, you know, lots of kids have pets. Yeah, millions of them.
Emily Elizabeth, what are you thinking? You've got to come up with something fantastic.
But Clifford is fantastic.
Well, he's a sweetheart, sure, but for show and tell? Okay, stay calm. Let's think. You've got one day left. Don't panic.
I'm not.
I'll brainstorm. Make a list. Maybe note cards will help. Don't worry, Emily Elizabeth. I'll think of something.
You know, Clifford, this is harder than I thought. What can I bring to show and tell to describe our first days together? Maybe Nina was right. What's that? My watch? Remember how I always used to put my watch near you when you were... Wait a minute! That's the answer! You solved it! Thank you, Clifford! Now let's see. I'll need this, and yes, this too!
Emily Elizabeth, over here! What did you bring? Let me see. What? That's it? Oh, no. Wow. Luckily, I brought an emergency show and tell item just for you.
A globe?
Not just any globe. When you plug it in, it lights up. Yeah, I spilled some ketchup on France, but hey, it's still pretty cool.
Thanks, Nina, but I'll be okay.
And so, with my file system, you can find any toy at any time.
That's wonderful, Nina. Thank you. And I'm sure we'll all look forward to your next presentation.
Thanks. Next time, I'd like to bring in my new softball mitt.
Well, then why don't you?
I can't seem to find it.
Yes. All right, Shun. What do you have for us today?
Well, if I told you I could pick up a 50-year-old tree all by myself, I bet you wouldn't believe me. But I just did, and here it is. Aw, it's just a little plant. No, it's a bonsai. It's the art of growing a tree in a small pot. My grandfather learned this growing up in Japan. He started this bonsai over 50 years ago.
Wow, you can really see the bark and the leaves.
How fascinating. Thank you, Shun. George, you seem very eager today. What do you have?
It's in the hall. This is my volcano. I made it myself with some help from my dad. And here's the best part. It really works.
George, I don't think that's a very good idea.
That's okay. See?
Yes, we see. Thank you, George. And after show and tell is over, I'm sure you'll be cleaning up after your homemade natural disaster.
Yes, Miss Parker.
Now, Ingrid, what do you have?
I would like to present my vacation to Fabulous Fun Amusement Park. When we went to Fabulous Fun, we went on the fastest rides we could find. There was the Fabulous Fun Whirlpool.
Look at that.
was the fabulous fun bungee. And finally, there was the fabulous fun roller coaster. Wow. Cool, look at that. Thank you. Thank you.
Looks like you had a wonderful time, Ingrid. Emily Elizabeth, you're our final show and tell for the day.
Good luck, Emily Elizabeth. Although, I really don't know how anyone could top that presentation. Today, I'd like to talk about... Today, I'd like to talk about my puppy, Clifford. Oh, excuse me. When we first got Clifford, we were told that he was the runt of the litter. That meant he was the smallest. And he really was. I was so happy because I'd always wanted a dog, but taking care of such a tiny puppy wasn't always easy. Like when I gave Clifford his first bath. I didn't realize the smallest puddle of water was like an ocean to Clifford. It was kind of a disaster. I learned a lot that day. I had to be extra careful with my little puppy. But he still needed a bath. My mother suggested that while I couldn't make Clifford any bigger, maybe I could make the bathtub smaller. So I did. An old teacup did the trick. After that, Clifford loved taking baths.
Is that the actual teacup?
That's it.
Wow, it's so small.
And then there's this mitten. Clifford loved sleeping in my bed, but one day when I left for school, I let him sleep late. The problem was I forgot to tell my mom. So that day when she took the laundry, she accidentally took Clifford too. Lucky for Clifford that he has such a big bark for a little tiny puppy. After that, I realized my bed was just too big for such a small puppy. My dad suggested a sleeping bag, but nobody makes sleeping bags that small. I thought a mitten might work. And it did. Is that really the mitten you used? Sure. Would you like to hold it? No, I was just asking.
What else is in the box? Show us something, Elizabeth.
Well, there's Clifford's baby bottle.
A baby bottle? For a dog?
Mm-hmm. Here's what happened when we gave him his first dinner. Clifford's dog bowl was too big for him, and no bowl we could find was any better. But my toys came to the rescue. Well, I guess that's about it.
Aww.
No, wait! There's one more thing. This watch turned out to be one of Clifford's favorite things. Here's what happened. I was trying to get Clifford to take a nap, and he really wanted to fall asleep. But every time he got comfortable, a noise would bother him. Then I changed the way I was holding him. He calmed down and went to sleep, but I didn't know why. Then I realized that my watch was against his ear, and its ticking was very soothing to him. He still likes to hear it sometimes when he's having trouble sleeping. Last night when I was worrying about what to bring today, he brought me the watch. I think he thought it would calm me down. Emily Elizabeth, can I listen? Sure. That is a nice sound.
Well, Clifford is very lucky to have a responsible owner like you, Emily Elizabeth.
Thanks. But I'm the lucky one to have a dog like Clifford. I wish I could meet your puppy. Actually, you're about to. Hi, Mom. Hi, Clifford. Miss Parker said Clifford could visit with us today. He's a little bigger than he was when he first came to live with me. But we still use the teacup every once in a while. Only now it's a food bowl, not a bathtub. May I pet Clifford, please? Sure, he loves that. Thanks, Emily Elizabeth. I'm sorry I wasn't so nice about your show and tell. It was so great. I think I'll bring my pet in next time.
Me too. So do you think Clifford will get any bigger?
Well, you never can tell. But one thing's for sure. Big or small, he'll always be Clifford. My best friend ever. Clifford! Where are you, boy? Want to read a story, Clifford? Okay, pick one out. Thanks, Clifford. This looks like a great story. Today's story is Speckle and the Fairy Tale. Speckle and his friends were reading a great story. It was a fairy tale about a beautiful kingdom and all the princesses and brave knights who lived there. It looked like so much fun that Speckle and his friends decided to dress up like they were the characters in the book. But what could they wear? King Speckle made a crown out of an old newspaper. Queen Reba found a beach towel that made the perfect cape and decorated her hair with a beautiful chain of wildflowers. With his sand pail and flying disc, Sir Darnell was ready to fight a mighty dragon. Then Princess Luna and Prince Ravi pretended that ordinary brooms were majestic horses and raced each other around the palace. It was so much fun, they played for the rest of the afternoon. The end. I love reading stories together. You know, Clifford, for such a small dog, you sure are a big reader. What a story!
Thank you for babysitting the children this afternoon, Clifford.
No problem, Mrs. Zdarsky. I'm glad to help.
Okay, kids, be sure to listen to Clifford while we are gone.
We always do. We will, Daddy. Bye. See you later. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, what do you want to do? Tell us a story? Story time! Yeah. Story time! A really great story! Well, for that, we'll need a really great storyteller. And it just so happens I know one. Daffodil! Daffodil! Can you tell us one of your incredible stories? Please! 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 Tell us a story, Daffodil! Story time!
Well, I do tell a great story, don't I?
Please!
Okay.
Yay! Thanks, Daffodil. What story are you gonna tell? Little Red Riding Hood? The Three Little Pigs? Jack and the Beanstalk?
No, I'm going to tell you a story that I'm going to make up right now.
You can make up a story? I told you she was good. Okay, quiet everybody. Here she goes.
Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there was a castle with carrot-shaped towers. And in that castle lived the smartest, most beautiful rabbit princess named Princess Daffodil.
Huh. Princess Daffodil?
Of course. Anyway, Princess Daffodil lived in this castle.
With a prince?
No. She lived in the castle where...
Did she have a flying horse?
No.
A regular horse?
No.
Was there a magic pumpkin? I like stories with pumpkins.
Absolutely not. Now, Princess Daffodil was hungry, and since she was a rabbit princess, she wanted a crisp, delicious carrot. So she went to her royal garden.
but the carrots there were not fit for a princess at all. The first carrot was too tiny. And the next carrot was too, rubbery. And the next one was too tough. So Princess Daffodil decided to search the kingdom for the most perfect carrot.
Oh, now is there a prince? A flying horse? A magic pumpkin?
No, this is about the princess's search for the perfect carrot, remember?
Oh.
Anyway, off she went, hopping along the royal countryside.
Daffodil?
She looked everywhere she thought a carrot could be.
Daffodil?
Just a second. She looked behind trees. She looked under bushes.
Daffodil, maybe you could tell a different story.
This is a perfectly wonderful story. Which no one is listening to. Come to think of it, there is a prince in this story.
What was his name?
Was it Clifford? You know that's exactly what his name was. He was Prince Clifford. And he was going to help Princess Daffodil search for the perfect carrot.
On a flying horse?
Yes, on a flying horse. Why not? Flew over treetops, under a rainbow, and through a cloud shaped like a
magic pumpkin?
Yes! They flew through a cloud shaped like a magic pumpkin. Then Princess Daffodil and Prince Clifford flew on their winged horse all the way to... Where did they go?
A giant's house?
They flew to a giant's house. And that's exactly when the giant came home. But the princess and prince knew they didn't have to be afraid of the giant because...
He was giggling?
Yes! In fact, the giant was giggling so much that everyone else began to giggle too. And after everyone was done giggling, the princess told the giant that they were searching for the perfect carrot. And the giant offered to help. He put them on his shoulders and carried them to the ocean. There, Princess Daffodil and Prince Clifford slid all the way down the giant and went splashing into the water right in front of...
I know! Mermaids! Mermice!
Never heard of mermice! Definitely there can be mermice in this story. There can! There aren't any rules when you're using your imagination. When you make up a story, anything can happen.
Even stuff that's really, really impossible?
Especially stuff that is really, really impossible.
Then can there be 4 mermice?
There sure can.
What about the prince and the princess? Can they play underwater too?
If you say so.
And ride seahorses?
How about an octopus?
Or an octopus merry-go-round?
Anything you can imagine.
They can find a treasure chest.
Yes! And what's in it?
A diamond ring? A bowling ball? A cuckoo clock?
A sock toy.
A tuba? A bicycle?
A teddy bear!
Wait a minute! What about the search for the perfect carrot?
Well, it just so happened that inside the treasure chest, there was also a treasure map.
A
treasure map that showed them where the perfect carrot was. So the princess and the prince thanked the mermaids for their help.
Uh-huh. Then they started swimming.
Following the map to an island that was covered in pink polka dots. It had a polka-dotted beach and polka-dotted trees
And 2 kittens.
who were wearing hula skirts. Yeah, so that they could hula dance. The kittens danced them to the spot on their map. Where they dug for the treasure using skis on shovels. And then they found the biggest carrot they'd ever seen.
It was bigger than a lunchbox.
Oh, bigger than a bus. Bigger than even the giant. Princess Daffodil said that was the perfect carrot because it was the perfect size to share with everyone.
So Princess Daffodil and Prince Clifford threw a party.
Where they shared the perfect carrot with all the friends they made on their adventure. They had a carrot casserole. Carrot burgers. Carrot chip cookies. Double fudge carrot sundaes.
A carrot milkshake so big they could swim in it.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Oh, what is this?
It was the most wonderful story! And we got to help tell it, too. They were looking for a carrot. And they were on a polka-dotted island. I made up that part. And they rode seahorses. And there was a giant.
Clifford, you did a wonderful job babysitting. The children had the best time, and that sounds like quite a story.
No, the one you should be thanking is Daffodil. She made up the story.
She's a great storyteller.
Oh, thanks. But you know, we all made up the story. And we can think up lots more, too.
Okay, children, time for your nap.
I'm going to make up a story of my own. Me too. Thank you so much, Daffodil. You really helped me with the Sidarskis. And you taught me a lot about storytelling. You're amazing.
Well, I do have my moments.
Okay. That was a great game.
Whoa. What are we gonna do?
Sometimes a job can look so big it seems almost impossible to do. But Clifford and I know that no job is too big when everyone works together. I have a big idea. I'll bet if we all pitch in and work together, we can clean this up in no time. When everyone works together, big jobs can turn out to be really small. That's why Clifford's idea to grow on for today is work together. And guess what? Now we have time for another game of tag!